It is within you.
Welcome to A Place for Healing podcast. It's your host, healing coach Afisha Superville. Y'all know what time it is. Here we go. Come, get your healing. Come, get your healing. In the bedroom, no sleeping. You deserve that healing. This ain't no scheming. How you love yourself, there's a meaning. Period. Be about your healing, and you will receive it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to A Place for Healing podcast. My name is Afisha Superville and I am a certified healing coach. I created this platform as a way to further the discussion of being the change that you want to be in this lifetime through the lens of healing oneself. Today's topic is manifestation, and I wanted to share with you guys what are some things that stops us from really manifesting the things that we want, and what might we need to look at so that we can actually address those things that we're holding on to that no longer serves us, so that we can continue to walk or focus on what it is that we actually really want to manifest. And I had a dream yesterday. The dream was it was like 3 parts of the dream. But the things that I picked up on was the fact that there was a guide. We all have a guide. Some of us are aware of it. Some of us aren't aware of it. My guide had a coach-like quality to him, and I just appreciated that support, that there is a divine guidance that is there that I have access to, and that has access to me and really wants me to make a change. It's like, yeah, you're almost there, you're going, like make the change. And I noticed that there was something that was like holding me back, and I just didn't really know until the next part of the dream entered into like me being in a mode of transportation. And as I'm there, like along this journey, I start picking up on things that were going on like behind me, and I get so distracted and trying to figure out like what are those voices saying, that it started to make me feel very self-conscious, and I just felt like I was just kind of being pulled apart. Like I felt whole, but then I just felt so separated. The energy that it took me to try to focus on what those other people were saying was very distracting. I felt like I was just being kind of like pulled in a different direction. I started kind of like sinking down on the cab seat or the car seat, and just feeling like, oh my gosh, this is like, my head feels like it's being pulled apart in a way. And I just get so weak. I got super weak, and my guy turns around and is just kind of like, you need to focus, get back in your body, focus. And I'm like, I'm trying, it is so hard, and I'm just focusing, and I'm trying to focus so much so that I did get back into my body. But when I did get back into my body, it was just kind of like a waking up experience. I was like on my bed, and this was still a dream, but it's like I was asleep in my dream, and I just like snapped back into my body, and I like just like kicked my legs up, and I was just kind of like, oh, I did it. And I was like, wow, like I was, of course this was a dream, but I knew that I wasn't actually in covers or under covers that night. So then I was just like, wait, I'm still asleep. And I woke back up, and and it was cold in my room. So then I did go under my covers, but I sat there and I lay trying to figure out like, what is this dream telling me? Like, what does this dream mean? Because there were a lot of stuff going on. I noticed that there was a guide. Like I wrote a few weeks ago on Twitter, like I am divinely guided. And I feel that strongly, because there's times when I'm saying certain things and it's beyond me. It's like much higher. It's like it's me, but it's like an elevated version of me. It really surprises me that like, okay girl, I see you. What? Look at God. Like it makes me like look back and just like in amazement, like, wow, this is beautiful. I love it here. I love this level of elevation that I get to access, or that I am, able to access in such a way where it's just kind of like it just happens, and it's just kind of like, wow, when you really open yourself up to expanding yourself and really kind of understanding certain situations, you get an understanding for things that you're looking at that maybe somebody else might be like, yeah, I don't know, and it's just kind of like, I'm feeling like I'm seeing the pattern, and it's just kind of like, yeah, it's leaning more towards over here than it is towards there. And I don't know, you just get a certain level of understanding for something, and this has been something that has been happening for most of my life. Like, even the way how I would listen to like my dad and my mom, like after a while you start to pick up on things. However, me picking up on things isn't able to allow me to do more with that person per se, just because I'm getting more information, or there is some things that I'm learning from that situation that might actually really be maybe helpful for that person to think about, to consider, so that they can come to their own understanding through that opening up process of looking at things that they probably didn't really consider, but might make a lot of sense when it comes out. It's just kind of like, I never really thought about that, but now that you say that like, it brings up a memory for me. It makes a lot of sense, where other people could uncover themselves even more and really maybe learn patterns that they probably overlooked. And the world that we live in, it doesn't really empower people to know that, like, you are a change maker, like you are a co-creator. If you want to make changes in your life, like, you are able to do so. We don't generally get that type of encouragement. We say we got a pill for that, or we say things like, well, talk to so and so, they got you. There are people that are able to do things that we are not maybe able to do, or not able to do just yet, and receiving assistance doesn't have to be a bad thing. However, I feel like for things like learning how to heal yourself is something that, like, more of us might be able to do than we think, because everybody's learning at different speeds. And when you're open to something, when that person is learning and they shares, that might continue to awaken a part of you that is already awake, or continue to grow a part of you that is already awakening, and it adds to you continuing to elevate yourself and continuing to really connect to your highest self. It's all a part of the process. However, it's not like, well, you have to depend on this person forever. I have said this before, and when I made my change to go into sociology, like, I knew that I wanted to help people heal. So my thought process was that I want to help people learn how to heal themselves, because they know how to do it. And some people are unaware that they know how to do it. However, they are able to do it. So I would just want to be the catalyst to give that type of encouragement, to facilitate that type of space for people to know that, like, this is within me and I can do this. And being around a certain type of environment that might plant that seed, especially if you're receptive to that seed being planted, and the rest is up to you. It's really up to us to water it, because we're in that garden each and every day. We're in our own garden every day. So I'm able to speak to those who are open to hearing this type of information, open to learning more about themselves, open to knowing that they are more powerful than they have been led to believe. That is what I want to manifest. And in order for me to continue to remain focused on that path, I need to not get distracted of those voices in the back that maybe might be questioning what it is that I'm doing, or don't understand, or maybe are just straight up being judgmental or whatever. I need to not focus on those things, because it will literally pull me away from my focus. And honestly, those people are in the trunk for a reason. I might not be for that person. Somebody else might come around and, I don't know, do their thing, and they learn from that. Or honestly, we all have a choice. Like, you have a choice to decide if you want to keep on doing what you've been doing, or you want to say, you know what, I want to take a different approach. I want to not be a victim because I am not a victim. I want to, whatever it is that you want to do, you make that choice at the time that you would like to make that choice. I just want you guys to know that the opportunity to manifest the things that you want are here. However, it is important for us to focus. Focus on where you are going. Focus on your journey. You are on that journey, and this journey is going to help to lead you to the changes that you want to see for yourself. And you can't please everyone, and you can't take everyone with you. You just gotta let people do their thing, but don't get caught up. I feel like that was the important thing about that, is like, in order for me to make the change that I need to make, I need to let go of those distractions, let go of people who, one, I cannot control, and two, are just not simply open to the messages that I am here to share. And the messages are here for those who are ready and open to listening. That is how this thing works. Could you imagine? It's like, if I believe that I couldn't jump all my life, then guess what? I wouldn't. Even though I have all the physicalities to do so, and if I just believe that I couldn't jump, then I wouldn't. Even though, like, I have the ability to do so, but for whatever reason, I am holding myself back because I'm concerned about if people are going to think I'm going to jump weird. I'm concerned if people are going to laugh at me when I jump. I'm concerned about a whole bunch of things that I cannot control. And honestly, it's like, it's not for me to prove. I know what is required of me on this journey, and it is to focus. In order for me to manifest the things that I want to manifest, in helping people to learn how to help themselves, because I do not want to be dependent. I know that I am a catalyst, but I don't want people to be dependent on me, because I want people to know that they are also manifestation workers as well too. They are also able to heal themselves too. I don't want to set it up in a way where it's like, come to me, I could tell you what to do, I could solve your problems. No, you could solve your problems. I might be able to spark the momentum. You have to already have some inkling, some belief in that perspective that, wow, like, yeah, what about that? To actually allow that to take root for yourself, and that's why, if you don't believe in yourself and there's a whole bunch of people that are dogging you out and calling you names and continuing to add to how you already feel to yourself, those things take root. But if you don't give those types of things fertile ground to take root, then they don't take root. So in order for me to allow my manifestations to take root, I need to focus on what it is that I'm manifesting. And it's not to please everyone. It's to help those who are ready to help themselves. It's to speak to those who are ready to make the change. It is to talk to those that receive the messages that I am sharing. If you connect or you resonate with these messages, then this is for you. This is for you. This is for you. Focus on your journey. Focus on your journey. In order to manifest the things that you want, you got to focus on what it is that you want. Focus on that journey. Focus. It's hard to manifest the things that you want if you are in the momentum to go that direction, because there's no time like the present. Yet you have these fears that are keeping you back, that are holding you back. Like, let's say, for example, you want to be married. You want to be married to someone that wants to work through things through your relationship, that wants to partner with you through your relationships, that wants to have open communication with you, that wants to not only connect with you on a sexual level, but on a spiritual level, on a mental level, that actually wants to participate in all parts of you and not just the things that they find to be cool or the things that they want for their own self to be stroked or whatever, but for the greater good of your relationship, not for the greater good of their ego. Then in order for you to manifest that thing, you got to believe in that, and then you got to put that forward. You got to go forward in that direction. You can't be going forward in that direction but thinking, well, I wonder, will this happen? Will it not happen? And you have a lack of belief. It makes what you are wanting to manifest that less likely, because the energy that you're putting behind it isn't one of faith. It is one of fear. It's one of insecurity, that honestly you add to that relationship. Everybody adds to that relationship. So the things that you want, you got to give it. The things that you want to do, you got to give it. You got to give that level of openness to what you want, because you know that's there, that's within you. And you got to take that with you. You got to keep going with that in that direction. You got to focus on that in that direction, because it's hard to focus on that, travel in one direction, but it's peering back to focus on what somebody's trying to say behind you, whether or not they agree or disagree, or they talking smack behind your back, or whatever the case may be. You're feeding into that anxiety of, is they, are they, aren't they, do they like me, do they not, oh my gosh, I don't know. Those are things that you can't control. But in order to manifest what you want, you got to focus on what it is that you're manifesting. You got to walk in focus of that manifestation. You can't get distracted. You can't allow these distractions to take you away, to pull you back, to disrupt your faith in yourself, because what it is that you want is within you. It is within you. And the only thing that my God was just telling me was like, focus, get back in your body. Stop trying to embody what this person is saying, whether it's directed to you or not, or trying to take on that uncomfortability that you're feeling from those people. Just leave it alone. Focus on you. Focus on your journey. Get back in your body. Be aligned with you. So, yes. Before we go, I want to thank you guys for helping me to manifest these things that I am manifesting, to helping people to learn how to help themselves, because it is possible. Some people, they have that belief, they're kind of like, playing jump rope. It's like they have the capacity to believe that they are able to make the changes, but they're just not there yet. And if these messages is something that resonates with you, I truly am grateful to be able to share these messages to you of encouragement that you got this. You got this. You don't need me. I want to just facilitate a space to start on their journey, to continue to go forth in their journey that they've already chosen for themselves. And I just happen to be a catalyst to continue to help them along that way. That is what I want to manifest. And I'm grateful to you guys. I am 27 years young, and I'm so grateful to have even received the things that I have been able to receive free of charge. And I just want to give that back, because it is there. It's just a matter of making those connections. And if you're ready to connect, then let's connect. I'm going to certainly keep you guys updated. If you guys want to join to be a part of more focused groups and stuff like that, let me know if you're interested. I want to create more spaces for people to learn how to heal themselves, because I believe that you are able to do so, because your healing is in your hands. And I wish you guys all the best, and I'll speak to you next week, Wednesday.
Come, get your healing. Come, get your healing. In the bedroom, no sleeping. You deserve that healing. This ain't no Okay, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. Let's go.